Hi there, and welcome to another Supplier Spotlight with Crux Informatics. My name is Dan Ostermuller, and I'm the head of supplier relations at Crux. With me today is Jose Plen, CEO and founder of BrightQuery. Jose, thanks for joining today. Can you start by introducing yourself and your role at BrightQuery?
Yes, absolutely. So BQ, to give you a little bit of background, BQ was founded on academic research that actually I did for the better part of a decade. And coming out of work that was done with statistical agencies in the United States. And so our focus today is very much the United States, but by the end of the year, we should be covering over 70 countries or so. But currently, we're very focused on the United States. And what we do is we parse and analyze and interpret a wide collection of government filings on US companies, every US company, from a small sole proprietor to a large public enterprise. And so we cover today about 30 million companies. We track approximately, sort of 5 categories of information. It starts with basic firmographics about a business, so things like its name, its address, its industry. We also have financials on both public and private companies, sort of the mainline items from the income statement and a couple from a balance sheet. We also track headcount and payroll, and that's monthly. So every month, we get the headcount and payroll from every company. Fourth, also track credit events having to do with delinquencies and failure to make certain payments or provide certain services, primarily coming from the IRS and Department of Labor. And then last, we track employee benefits, which has been used in capital markets for ESG purposes or by insurance companies to understand the degree to which a company is supporting its employees in terms of welfare and retirement benefits.
Well, Jose, considering the breadth and depth of your data, I imagine there's a lot of different potential use cases for it. Can you speak to the different client segments that you have utilizing your data and maybe give an example of a use case for each?
Yes, absolutely. So we're active in 4 verticals. First is public capital markets, who are primarily interested in public companies. And they use our data for the monthly headcount and ESG, the employee benefit side. Second is private capital markets. So it's PE firms and investment banks. They use us primarily for financials, to get financials of private companies, mostly for screening purposes. Third would be risk and compliance. So that's insurance companies and commercial banks. And they use us primarily for due diligence, using our credit information, financial information, and firmographics, primarily on small businesses, private companies. And last but not least is a corporate vertical where they use us primarily for sales and marketing purposes and market research. And there they are using our firmographics and private company financial information.
Excellent. A lot of overlap to the types of firms that we're working with. Last but not least, obviously we've been in discussions for quite a while, and wanted to know what you were looking to accomplish by working with Crux.
Yes, absolutely. So we're huge believers in Crux. We became aware of it kind of in the early days of Crux, and we absolutely believe that there's a need for the Crux platform and a platform of this type in general, which serves, frankly, as kind of a pipes or intermediary between the data providers and the data consumers. Data has gotten so complex, and engineers on both sides, on the data vendor side and on the data consumer side, spend so much time on the wrangling and just connecting things. So I've always been a big believer in Crux being those pipes that help connect the dots between the consumers and the providers. Technologically, it's very sound, it's very fast, and certainly everyone we spoke to who is a Crux user has been very impressed and has had wonderful things to say.
Excellent. Couldn't say it better than myself. So Jose, thanks for taking the time today. For anybody watching who's interested in learning more about BrightQuery, BQ's data, please feel to reach out, and we look forward to working with you. Thanks again, Jose. Take care.